It's Week 10 of the National Football League, and we'll see DJ Moore. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Panthers and the Cardinals, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Murray now on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. On 3rd down, Nixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Throwing on first down is Murray. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Dancing to his left. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now a handoff up the middle. Nixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding him on 3rd and goal.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play of who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go.
And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
1st and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets them set at their own 23. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Corral. Got a man here. It's Bryant. He's got room at the 30. Still on his feet. A big play there for Carolina. 57 yards. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And
it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, he's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Going deep for Hopkins. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Corral. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust when he saw him downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them in the field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
On first down, it's Corral. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up 1st and goal.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we've got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Carson Wentz leading the way there. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Curtis Samuel, a touchdown reception. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Panthers,
halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. 2 touchdowns to his credit so far. Charles, I'm curious, do these wide receivers, what do they go in with each week? Is it different week to week for the goals that they personally set for themselves, do you think?
I doubt that it's different from week to week. Maybe because of game plan. They know that one guy might be featured more than the other. But all in all, these guys are looking for 100 or more yards in receiving. But the biggest thing, getting into the end zone. And how about him? He's gotten there twice in this game.
He has indeed. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll run on first down with Akers. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Corral with it, first down here. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he whipped it in, defender was right on him.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll go again here with Akers. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. A great effort there. With his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point by Mevis is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game. He's got...
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, Corral. Quick slant, caught by Moore. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, 33 yards. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game, throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
And we're back now in Charlotte. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Murray going to throw. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Cardinals on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. Ball had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now Murray's got to have this one. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that touchdown! DJ Moore, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try to put points on the board.
Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. To throw is Murray. That pass complete to Moore. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Murray now. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And that's caught inside the 35. The Cardinals going to use the first of their time.
So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Here's Murray. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. They lead. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this being inside 2 minutes of play. Everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. This fielded right at the goal line. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Panthers, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.